Back in 1994-ish time, I moved to Orangeville, Ontario, Canada. I was 4 years old at the time, and one of my neighbors, I lived on a cul-de-sac. One of the people on the street was the soon-to-be Edge, Adam Copeland, and I didn't really know him too well. He was just, in and out. From what I remember in my mind of interacting with him at an early age, he was always a nice guy. So that I believe, I can't say this for sure since like I said, I was 4 years old, but I believe I actually played a few games of road hockey with him and a few of the other neighborhood kids and stuff like that. Because he was always that kind of guy. He was very friendly with the neighborhood people. Um, in I believe it was 1998 when WWF Breakdown was in Cops Coliseum in Hamilton, which is about a little over an hour from Orangeville. I remember seeing Edge live for the first time in the WWE, and that was just awesome. And then I saw him live again for, well, what I believe now will probably be the last time, last year on Raw, when Raw was, they did the commercial-free one live from Toronto. Uh, I really don't know what to say here. For all those wondering, no, this is not a work. I am friends with one of Edge's cousins, Matt, and he's informed me that this is in fact true, and that Edge cannot continue anymore in the ring because of his neck injuries, his problems. So this is very, very unfortunate, very surprising, since there was no mention of this at all. Like even before Raw or even during Raw, they just kept advertising Edge big announcement tonight, and there was a thing at the bottom that said retirement. So I'm guessing a lot of people thought it was going to be him going out there saying something like he's done it all, he really doesn't need to be doing it anymore, and Alberto Del Rio come out and hit him from behind, or Christian, or something like that. And it would be more of a storyline kind of thing, but instead he announced his retirement. Now, when I first saw this for the first time, again, I thought it was a work, like a lot of other people did. I thought it was a great work since he did a great job of selling it. But I still thought it was a work. And when I posted on my Facebook that I posted that if this is actually Edge's last time in the ring, thank you for all you've done for the industry, and all the great matches that you've had, that you've given us the honor of seeing and stuff like that. And his cousin Matt posts right below it. He says that sadly, my friend, it's not a work. It really happened. So when you've seen someone on TV, since I've been watching wrestling for a long, long time, you've seen someone on TV, just progress for 13 years now straight, with the exception of a few months off with injuries, now and then. It's really hard to see something like this. It's kind of different, like with Shawn Michaels, where Shawn Michaels, he had that 4-year period when he was off, and that's really around the time when I started. Like, I watched wrestling before that, but around that time when Shawn left was when I really started watching it like all the time, really getting into it. When Shawn returned, I was very excited, and it was great to have him back for those 8 years he was back. But this, in my opinion, is even harder because, like I said, I've seen Edge since his first appearance in the WWF, and now I've seen up until his last one. So I believe that's the first time for me, anyway, that I've seen a full career that did so much. And I have so many great Edge memories. I've met him after he was famous, of course. I've met him at autograph signings, stuff like that, at least 5 or 6 times. I see him around Orangeville, like even if it's in a Blockbuster or McDonald's, or even at the gym when I was about 16 or so. I saw him at the gym when I was there with a few other guys. Him and Christian actually were both there. So I had seen Edge around Orangeville for quite some time, and you know like I said, this is very very sad, very very tragic that his career had to end like this. Um, I really don't know what else to say. Thank you for all you've done. Edge did so much for the industry. I remember I was so excited when he came back in 2004 and he went to Raw, and him and Benoit were a team, and then he turned heel, and I really loved his heel character. And when he beat Cena for the belt, I went nuts, insane, and so did a lot of other people who watched that same show. New Year's Revolution '06 always stand out in my mind. And his reign only lasted 3 weeks, but he had like, what are they saying? He's a 11-time champion, so he had 10 more after that. And I've always thought that Edge is when he was a heel, I thought he was probably the best heel in the company and one of the best heels ever. I loved his character. I loved so many of his matches, from his TLC matches to his match with Undertaker, his matches with Cena, his matches with Orton, his matches with the TLC matches. I should say, go back to his matches with Kurt Angle from SmackDown in '02, the SmackDown 6 days. And it's actually, just to point out, it's very sad to see now that the SmackDown 6 has now basically deteriorated into the in WWE SmackDown 2, but overall I guess SmackDown 3, since Kurt Angle is still active in the ring. But like I said, this is a very very sad turn of events. No real way to see something like this coming. So, I love Edge. I will always love Edge, and all he did, like I said, to help the industry and to give me countless hours, days, years, of decades, of entertainment. And I will always love Edge. And if I hate to say, because I know that this is probably something he'll probably never be able to get back into the ring. But if there's some way, he maybe could stick around. I don't know, maybe general manager, announcer kind of thing. But if this really is the end of his career, then he's earned his Hall of Fame accolades. He's earned everything he's gotten, and it was an honor for me to watch that entire career progress. Because like I said, I still have memories when I was 8 years old and I saw him for the first time. Like I said, at Breakdown, '98, when I went there with my dad, and I saw Edge, and it was just awesome. And then, like I said, I saw him last year in Toronto for the commercial-free Raw, and he has a match against Christian, and that was awesome. And who'd have thought his match with Alberto at WrestleMania would be his last match? So, uh, like, I don't really know what else to say. Thank you, Edge. You were incredible. I think that's a good way to wrap it up.